Hello, my name is Grant Klinsman, and I did my paper on the days in Genesis and if they are literal 24-hour days or if they are long periods of time. And the reason why I wrote this paper is because a few years ago I was deeply interested in apologetics, and it was so big of an interest to me that even whenever I was in seminary, I would kind of get bored with doing homework because I wanted to go out and I wanted to do the apologetics research because I just found all that fascinating. And one of the topics that I came across and really was passionate about was the age of the earth and the days in Genesis. And one of the reasons why I was so interested in that topic is because I saw many people who would basically they would come to their conclusion not on the basis of scripture itself, but based on what science supposedly said about something related to Genesis. And I thought to myself, all right, if man's opinion and the different scientific thoughts of the day are going to sway Christians to go to interpret the Bible in the opposite way of what it's supposed to be interpreted, then how how are we going to interpret everything else? It opens the door, in my opinion, to a lot of things that perhaps we wouldn't want to let open. The biggest strength in my paper is, in my opinion, I think that I explained pretty well that it doesn't, it's not that hard to determine whether or not the word day is supposed to be used to mean a 24-hour day or just a long period of time. It makes sense. See, the word yom means day, and it is used in the same way that we would use the English word day. For example, just to give you an example of how easy it is to understand the word day if you have context, consider this sentence. In my father's day, it took 3 days for us to get to camp during the day. Okay, you heard three different variations of the word day. You heard three different ways that it could be used, but you knew exactly what those words meant, what the word day meant in each single instance. And that's really the point, is that it's not that hard to understand what the word day means in Genesis. You just have to look at what grammatically fits the context and what the textual evidence suggests, and you just got to be open to what the word has to say rather than just having this presupposition that because science supposedly says that the earth is billions of years old and all that, we don't have to compromise in that area at all. We can be fully confident in what the Bible has to say on the subject. And the biggest weakness of my paper would probably be that there's a lot of names of different scientists and philosophers, and the thing about it is that in the paper I put a lot of them in there, and it probably would be boring to a lot of people, and I'll be honest, it was kind of boring to me. And so I can understand if that's not the best part of my paper. Also, I waited until the last minute to get this essay done. And so I may not understand the arguments of certain things related to different people as well as I could. But one of the things that I noticed in my research is that there's different arguments that, even though I studied this for quite a while, I never even heard of them. But it's a good thing though, because that means that I've got more to learn, and that even past this paper, there's still stuff that I can learn, and there's still more that I can learn from and get to know. I hope you have a great day and enjoy the rest of your day.